Yo, it's TrevWay, there ain't no other way. You're now rocking with the Antidote.com, Baton Rouge's #1 stop for sports and hip hop. Hey, you can find me on all social media outlets. On Instagram, you can follow me at the TrevWay, TheTrevWay. On Twitter, you can follow me at Trevor W. Rogers. The D is silent, so it's just ROGERS. And you can find me on Facebook. If you really want to get to know me, Trevor Wayne. I've been doing music for a little bit now. In high school, it started out as rapping at parties and crack rapping and stuff, you know, going freestyle back to back, getting drunk and stuff. But recently, you know, these past 2 years, I've kind of gotten in touch with my lyrical side and being more creative and actually making substantive music and stuff. And I started out playing guitar and piano and everything, and that was what really drew me into the sound and what music was actually about and how I fit into that role.
So why rap instead of any other genre?
Why rap? Well, I've always been the life of the party. I've always tried to be the person that everybody gets to look at the party. So rap is the only music that I believe that really brings everyone together and actually, you know, creates a mood of litness. EDM does the same thing, but that's the extremes of it. But hip hop's kind of like the basic medium, and everybody can vibe to it, can nod their head, and everybody likes to kick an 808 drum. My style of hip hop has to be, I would say like a new wave. It's not necessarily old school hip hop. It's not mumble rap. It's not trap music, drug music. It's mainly more about good times and good vibes and creating a feeling instead of, you know, rapping about stuff that I don't know about.
So how did you come up with the name TrevWay?
Well, TrevWay is shortened from Trevor Wayne, and TrevWay stands for doing your own thing, living your own way, living the TrevWay. When I was younger in high school, I got a chance to play college football. I was very grateful for it, but other people wanted me to play, and they really didn't ask me if I wanted to. So I decided, you know, a year into it, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do what I want. Because in the end, you have to make yourself happy. You can't make anybody else happy. Because in the end, all you got is yourself, and you got to be your best friend. So I knew what was right for me. And it took a while for people to realize that, but eventually, you know, they came around and now they realize that, you know, my passion is music, and this is what I was meant to do. I've been writing and performing rap music for about a year now. Started in high school, you know, crack rapping and stuff like that.
What is crack rapping?
All right, crack rapping is, shout out to Jega LaMartiniere and Caleb Lightsey for this, but crack rapping is where we crack on each other in lyrical form. So kind of like battle rapping in a way, but I say crack rapping because you know, Blanco y Blanco. You know, I don't know how to say shit, so yeah, we would just go back and forth and crack on each other's shoes and stuff like that, and they'd always crack on me for being the tallest country-fed white boy in the room. So yeah, that's where it came from. You know, we always tore up every time, so, and it kind of became a thing. You know, we show up to parties that we got invited to way out in the middle of nowhere and be like, hey, y'all gonna go at each other again? I'm like, I guess we got to do it. So that's where crack rapping came from.
It's kind of spurred from there, huh?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. My biggest influences, artist-wise, you know, I love all genres of music, and I believe as a musician, you have to like all genres of music. You have to be appreciative of every type of art. So, you know, I grew up, what got me into rap was actually Lil Fat. Death Before Dishonor mixtape actually got me into that. And then, you know, from country music, I grew up with Conway Twitty, Joe Duffy, you know, and then in high school, you know, it was Eric Church, people like that.
I like Eric.
I like, one of my big inspirations is Tab Benoit. He's a Delta Blues guy. There's so much passion in his lyricism and in his music, and he can make that guitar cry so much that, you know, you gotta appreciate the sound and the style but Master P was one of my influences. Fushnikins, true Fushnik, that's what I am. Let's see, who else? J. Cole, Drake, Party Next Door, that was some of my big influences growing up in high school. That's where a lot of my sad boy shit comes from. But yeah, I love all types of music. I love Maroon 5. I know Future just did a song on Maroon 5. I think it's tight because I like to have genres cross over and create something real. But yeah, I really don't have a favorite artist. I have like a top 5, and that's who those would be. I have big respect for every artist in every genre. My biggest motivation in music is to help someone feel different. You never know what people are going through. You never know how someone's day is going. But if I can make at least one person smile or make someone's mood change at least a little bit with a song, with a lyric, with a build-up or anything, I've done my job. My biggest motivation is making people have a good time. I've never had money. I never will need it. That's just me. I still shop at Goodwill. I still go to Goodwill almost every other week to find clothes because I'm not big on designer stuff and like that. But yeah, my motivation for music and creating art is to evoke emotions and to have people really feel, because music is the drug. Music is always the drug. It will get you higher than anything else on this planet. Alright, so here's an explanation for the McDonald's video. So this was before the first Fade the Flow Sundays that I performed at. Shout out Marcel. And I had got a friend of mine that had, a stabilizer and an iPhone 7, shoots 4K and everything. So I was like, all right, well let's do a little vlog. Let's do a TrevWay vlog. So I had this thing where before each and every show, I go to Goodwill to find a shirt to perform in, and then I go to McDonald's to eat, like stay humble.
Every show?
Every show.
Nice.
So I got the camera guy with me. We walk into McDonald's, and then some people behind the counter notice me, and they're like, "Hey, you a football player or something?" I'm like, "Nah, I'm a rapper." And then they stuck their head back. "You a rapper? Let me hear something." So I spit a couple bars, about 8 bars, 10 bars. And then my boy B. Evans shows up. He's like, "Oh, I'm a rapper too." And just laid the filth on me, hit it with it, and went and ran out and gave me a CD. So, and we didn't plan it at all. It was all just at the moment. It was crazy. It's crazy how much talent is in BR. I can't stress that enough.
BR, so you from Baton Rouge?
No, I'm not from Baton.
Where you from?
I was born and raised in Monroe, Louisiana, north part of the state. Moved around as a kid, moved to Indiana, California, Texas, but I finally came back home when I was about 3rd, 4th grade, and then finished high school there, and then went to Arkansas at Henderson State and played some football, and then I moved back down here about 2 years ago, and it's been right ever since. I've been creating music for a couple of years now, but I haven't really taken it serious until this year.
So from the moment you started taking it serious to now, what have you accomplished?
From January, I've played many places in Baton Rouge. I've developed a sense of confidence within myself, which is something I pride myself about, because you got to be your biggest fan and your best supporter. You got to believe in yourself, because if you don't believe in yourself, what do you do? But I've played a couple venues, played City Bar, 1913, Huey's, The Bandit. I've gotten invited and re-invited to Uppercuts Barbershop for Fade the Flow Sundays. And I've got some big things in the works coming this year and next year, so you'll have to stay tuned.
So do you have any music out yet?
Yes, I have a couple of tracks on SoundCloud. You can find those at soundcloud.com/TrevWay. I've got All We Need, which is my little club hit, and then I've got Windows, which is a look into my life and really talks about change and how you can become the best person that you can be. I'm working on a little EP that I'm really colluding with a bunch of local talent and local producers and local beat makers, and it's going to be something for the state, because I don't believe in going out and paying too much money for something that you don't have any return investment. So I really like to keep it local. You got to put on for your locals, and everyone out there, put on for your state, put on for your locals, and support local artists for sure. The overall message that I want to portray with my TrevWay movement is don't let someone else decide what you do. Always do it for yourself and no one else. Live your way, live the TrevWay if you need be. And just be selfless. I have a motto, we not me, which is about putting on for your whole team instead of just yourself. Because if you become selfish, and then your friendships end, and then things don't necessarily go right for you. But if you put on for everybody, you will see, a belief from other people that you're doing the right thing. I love putting on for my friends and stuff. It's the greatest feeling in the world is making someone's day. I've been zoning in and out for a couple days, worried about my sisters and these bills that I can't ever pay. Working 7 days in a row, I'm smoking 7 J's to the landlord that I got habits and rents on the way. I got New Year, probably new hoes, they be jumping out they clothes when I get near. Man, I'm feeling really parched. Pass me that beer 2017, and my future looking really clear. Pull up to the scene with my top off, drinking they spades in the process of getting mouth. Just a year ago, I was living on the couch. Now these cougars looking at me hard like they about to pounce. They say money makes you different, that's a lie. Homeboys out here, they snitching for the alibis. They don't want to see their grandmama cry with an AK is heartless, so say goodbye. Don't be sad, bro, it's strictly business. When you're gone, I turn your girl into my new mistress. And I'm gonna tax that booty, making hella interest while she's searching dinner recipes for TrevWay up on Pinterest. Ooh, I gotta cut it right there, because some people can get mad, man.
Well, man, I appreciate you. We appreciate you coming through. Tell everybody who you rocking with.
I'm rocking with theantidote.com, BR's one-stop shop for hip-hop and sports.